Wow. I don't know if my mic is on. Alright, cool. Hello. I returned, surprisingly. Shh, I didn't say that. Story mode's gonna do wonders here. And then I immediately start getting texts. Okay. Okay. That's enough text. Yes. I don't know what to expect from this. Oh my god, it's just like the thumbnail. This would make a great thumbnail.
The grand end of the century great exhibition of London. Surely there is not a soul who has failed to hear of it. Wondrous new works of culture and industry from every corner of the globe had converged on Hyde Park, welcoming over 50 million visitors. The last great hurrah of this century. Astonished and delighted people of all nations, and ended on a note of resounding success. But as regards to the terrible catastrophe that occurred during the festivities, very few are aware my friend Mr. Herlock Sholmes had a hand in unraveling the matter. For from the shadows, it was he who earnestly unearthed the facts of the case. And like the centerpiece of the great exhibition, which rose high into the skies of Hyde Park, Sholmes's brilliant deductions, as clear and lofty as the Crystal Tower itself, brought the truth to light.
Wow.
We're here at the showground of the Great Exhibition, which is absolutely packed with people.
Hello, dog. I loved it when Ryunosuke said it's objecting time and then he just made shit up. That's like the entirety of Ace Attorney, isn't it? Also, hello, dog. My dog just walked into my room and started scratching himself.
The weather is unusually fine, and we're about to witness a most extraordinary scientific experiment.
I like how they had to say unusually fine because the default state of Britain is just cloudy shit show. Also, as soon as I started a stream, I'm beginning to get texts. Give me a bit. Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I see the reference.
20th century will see steam engines and electrical power dominate the world.
The 20th century. This is in the 1800s, right? Yeah. Okay. Well,
Horse-drawn carts will give way
yeah.
to the motor
Okay,
car.
late 1800s.
Ships will sprout wings and take to the skies.
Wait, no, hold on. What's the 19th century? The 19th century is 1800. Okay. Does America exist? Hold on, wait. Okay, they're going to the 20th century. Okay, okay, so it is the 20th century is the 1900s. Okay, so they are in the 1800s. All right. Yeah, okay.
And today, we showcase even more advanced technology. A glimpse into the future. A world first. A demonstration of my super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine.
Go off, Oomfy.
A man will literally be disassembled by a pulse of high voltage electricity.
He will
and placed to
literally
another
be
location,
disassembled.
whereupon his body will be reassembled by a series of complex calculations exactly as it was before.
I like the rolled R. It's not just reassembled, it's reassembled. Bro, that guy's face is stuck in like permanent shit eating. Well, yo, he's got the goober run.
In but a few moments from now, this gentleman will, in the blink of an eye, complete an incredible journey through the air.
So what? I assume that this is the murder we're gonna be dealing with. He's just gonna end up fucking roasted and
An
toasted.
instant later, on the Crystal Tower behind you.
I like how it's the Crystal Tower and not the Eiffel Tower to avoid copyright. He's just slapping it. Yo, that guy is stanced up. If you get disassembled and reassembled, isn't that like lock socks? So true. Oh, that's not what I wanted! Spectacular work. So he's dead. 22nd October. This is in fact... Wait, this is 8 months later. No, wait. No, I'm retarded. No, October is 10. Yeah, October is the 10th month. February was the... Okay, this is 8 months later. Okay, so did we time skip from the flashback? Is the Eiffel Tower even copywritten? Okay, I think copywritten is like the wrong word here, but I do know that like depictions of the Eiffel Tower may be protected. I believe so. Like copyright is like a bad word for it. Isn't it in France? Okay, shut up. Shut up. It's clearly based off the Eiffel Tower. Leave me alone. Yeah, I believe depictions of the Eiffel Tower are protected in some way. That's what I'm led to believe. Anyways, this 10-year-old still looks like a 10-year-old, like 8 months later. I don't think I'm capable of reading this out loud. Didn't you like what I cooked for breakfast? No, actually, I didn't. Today's paper is full of news about the Great Exhibition again. The Great Exhibition. I'd like to go sometime. For reals? Why do so many things get to have the Statue of Liberty? Okay, you see, now that one, I'm also not sure about. Like, I also feel led to believe that the Statue of Liberty may also be protected. Like, okay. I think I'm just bullshitting out my ass right now. But, like, the one thing I know for sure is that the Eiffel Tower at night, specifically at night, that is protected. For sure. Like, if you go on Google and you try to look for, like, images of the Eiffel Tower at night, they are all, like, you know, some kind of copyright protected garbage. Like, you're not allowed to freely post the Eiffel Tower at night, specifically. So, I may be shitting out of my ass, but I am extrapolating that information. I have no idea. So Susato is still in Japan, right? Yeah, okay. It's only been like 2 months since the 6 months ago. Alright, and Herlock's going through it. Susato is not in Britain. Okay. And then he gets shot. I've been here for half an hour already. We had breakfast together. I thought you might have known I was here because breakfast? Iris is right. You're clearly lacking in vim. So... Vim? Why, is this supposed to be like a slang word like Rid? Sholmes? Sholmes hits you with the... Oh, quite so, Mr. Ryunosuke. You were clearly lacking in Riz. You're lacking Riz, my dear fellow. Oh my god. Alright, you know what? Screw it. I'll do voices. Why not? Of course, I could deduce the reason perfectly well with some simple observations. What? Let's see. Yes, for example, your tousled hair this morning, with all its unruly spikes. Clearly, it can be deduced, therefore, that... Let me stop you right there, Mr. Sholmes, because I think I can see where this is going. My hair always looks like this. It always has, ever since we first met, in fact. Oh, really? How interesting. It just doesn't look like a haircut as such, I suppose. Are you gonna story mode the investigations? Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't have it in me to play a single investigation through this game anymore. Like, no way. And a deduction on why Ryunosuke lacks Riz. Topic 1, where's the Riz? Topic 2, where's the bitch? Conclusion 1, no Riz. No Riz because I don't fucking know, spiky hair. Topic 2. Conclusion 2, no bitches cause no Riz, of course. Oh my god, dude, it's so fucking stupid. It crossed my mind recently that it's been... They're saying 6 months, but this happened... Okay, October is the 10th month of the year, right? And February is the 2nd. 10 minus 2 is 8. So hasn't it been 8 months since that trial? It's been 6 months since what? He been debarred? Yes, okay. So 6 months since he's been debarred. Are they going to explain that? It's been 2 episodes. Please explain that. I've been wondering how much longer I'm going to be banned. He's just twiddling his thumbs like, guys, let me back in the courtroom. 8 months since the Soseki trial. 6 months since the grading case. Oh, okay. Wait, so he got debarred immediately after the grading case? Is that what happened? Also, I'm like 90% sure that Sholmes does have a cocaine addiction. Like, I think... I think they've got it. Like, you've seen the man. Like, he's mood swinging all over the place. This guy's not normal. Apparently it was during the grading case that he fucked up and got debarred, but I forgot what happened in that case. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know what happened in the grading case. I know that he, like, I know the grading case had something to do with sharing government secret. Oh! It might have been, like, the whole the I'll do anything to win this case thing. Yeah, he went against the government. Yeah. Because, like, the wheels... Yeah, the little Morse code wheels, they had government secrets, and he was like, alright, if none of you motherfuckers are gonna believe me, let's play this shit in court right now. And then he started playing it, and apparently that's government secrets, so he's not supposed to do that, but it won him the case. But presumably that got him, like, yeah, debarred. That makes sense. Damn, bro. You know, Sholmes... Sean's got the gamer posture right here. Holy shit, he's got like that perfect like 90-degree angle from like a back to fucking head. Oh shit, posture check. Oh my god, I really need to fix mine. I don't know what the hell they're talking about here anyways. What's the matter with Mr. Sholmes today? He seems even more down in the dumps than me. I know, and the great exhibition is open. You'd think he'd be excited. Oh, why don't we all go see it together? I just screwed that up. I want to, of course I do, but I can't. Not for the time being. Why not? Why not? Why not? Because I'm a great detective after all. So you're embroiled in some tricky case that you can't be distracted from? Is that it? I don't remember hearing that you're working on a case, Hurley. I suppose I should try to find out what's going on. Is this the part where I activate story mode? Yes. Cool. I don't want to play... Yeah. I don't want to play investigations. Let's just turn that bad boy on. Sick. Yeah! Woo! You'll love to see it. Half a year ago now, I took on the defense of a young girl in a trial heard at the Old Bailey. What at first seemed like a simple case of murder that took place at a London pawnbrokery turned out to be one part of a much more far-reaching plot that involved the British government. Okay, yeah. So, cases 3 and 5. The true visual novel streamer has returned. Press F Gaming. Let's fucking go. During the course of the trial, it was found that I made an unavoidable, yet at the same time unforgivable, mistake. Oh, okay, so they do explain. Words fail me. This situation is utterly deplorable. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, my lord. I will decide upon your fate following the conclusion of this trial. Of course, my lord. In the end, I had my right to represent people in court revoked. I was told I had to spend my time in research and study, so that's what I've been doing. You have, haven't you, Runo? Reading all those big fat tomes about British law up in your room, and the notes about Sholmes' old cases. Brewing Iris's special blends of tea, fetching my daily bread for me. You've become something of a manservant around here. Start on the silverware next, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, I'm thinking of going to ask the powers to I'm thinking of going to ask the powers that be to reconsider. I have never seen a sentence like this. Specifically Lord Strongheart at the British Supreme Court on Whitehall. Lord Strongheart? Ah, the delightful Lord Chief Justice. Not my favorite fellow. He's not mine either, but he's the man I have to talk to. He's the only one who can grant permission for me to start working in the courts again. I came to Britain to become the best lawyer I could, and I can't do that just sitting around here. F. Gaming. I love you, story mode. The whole of London has been swept up in this great exhibition, hasn't it? Why is he turning more British? I mean, he is okay, hold on. Ryunosuke does sound British, even though he's Japanese, so, I mean, I might as well triple down. The powers to be often refers to people in authority. That is, like, so, like, far off of, like... Oh, that just sounds so weird, yeah. The most advanced science, the most modern technology, the finest works of art and feats of engineering. For the next 6 months, our capital will be showcasing these things, and the world will be watching. Oh, do you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to look down on London from one of those lovely balloons. Look down on... Do you mean those things? Fly? Yes, of course. They fly high in the sky and don't even need wings to do it. All you need is hot air. But how? How does hot air have anything to do with flying? It makes no sense. I can't understand it at all. That's true of a lot of new scientific discoveries. Most people can't understand them at first. But in 100 years' in a hundred years' time, all these things will just be common knowledge. I suppose they might be. Mind you, some of the science being demonstrated seems very questionable. Something went wrong on the open experimentation stage yesterday, apparently. There was a huge explosion. Still, I wish I'd seen it though. I'd love to see how bad some of these scam experiments really are. Says the innocent 10-year-old girl. See here. Every page of this paper carries some article or other about the Great Exhibition. But the brighter things shine, the darker the shadows that are cast behind them. Personally, I find myself drawn to the darkness, to the impenetrable. That is my proper atmosphere. The Great Exhibition newspaper has been entered into the court record. Wow. I like how it's still a court record even though he can't even go to court yet. Shadows cast behind? Is that a metaphorical way of referring to the back page of the paper? Is that just what he wants me to do? The Reaper attacked. Oh, well. Lord Van Zeeks is in some shit. So many glowing reports about the Great Exhibition and everything that's going on there. Other than this rather gloomy looking one, that is. Wait, what? What's the matter, Runo? Oh my god, wait, they actually wrote on the newspaper all over the place. Alright, I'm not gonna read all the newspaper stuff. The Reaper attacked. That's Lord Van Zeeks. This must be what Mr. Shulmans was talking about. Does he know any more, I wonder? Alright, I'm gonna leave it there and let story mode, like, you know, do the rest of the investigation. Oh, okay, it's just gonna go straight to the Reaper attack. It says in the paper that Lord Van Zeeks was attacked. That's terrible. You know the legend of the Reaper of the Bailey, of course, don't you? Only too well, in fact. Yes. Prosecutor Beric Van Zeeks. They say that if the Reaper is a prosecutor in a case, there's no salvation for whoever's in the dock. Even if the defendant is found not guilty. Once the Reaper has someone in his sights, one way or another, that person's time left on this earth will be short. London's finest rogues always find a way around the law. They'll stop at nothing to secure an acquittal at trial. Falsifying evidence, paying sham witnesses, threatening jurors, bribing judges. But even such devious acts as these cannot save them from the hand of the Reaper. As you've experienced yourself, haven't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I've seen the Reaper's retribution at work. Many of these criminal rogues are reckless and quite unafraid to die. If a leader among their fraternity is seen to have been taken by the Reaper, retaliation like this does occur. Really, the capital has a never-ending supply of such scoundrels. So, do you mean Lord Van Zeeks has been attacked like this before? This isn't the first time? He's quite an accomplished combatant, you know. Accomplished combatant. He doesn't take these attacks lying down. Although, it seems that his assailants were armed with guns this time. Oh my goodness. Is he alright then? Is Lord Van Zeeks hurt? My dear fellow, how on earth would I know? Well, in the article here it says, as to what of Lord Van Zeeks and his condition, all will be revealed in tomorrow's morning edition. Ah, I see. Well, we shall have to be patient. No! I can't wait until tomorrow. In that case, you shall have to inquire with somebody in the know. But who? Lord Strongheart, perhaps? No. Back to the song. Yay, story mode. Are you investigating a particularly tricky case at the moment, Mr. Sholmes? You could say that, I suppose. Nothing more to add? That's not like you. What sort of case is it? Shh! Quiet, Mr. Naruhodo. We must not discuss it here. You never know who might be listening. You're acting very strangely, Hurley. What do you mean, Iris? Well, usually, the more mysterious and complicated a case is, the better Hurley's mood. Ah. Is it really a case that's bothering you? Iris, please! You mustn't exercise your astute powers of observation and deduction without... Your astute powers of observation and deduction on me without invitation. Remember what I always say. Put yourself in the shoes of the individual about whom you're making deductions. You say that, do you? You, Mr. Sholmes. Never mind. Once I've had a cup of tea, I must make my way at once to the crime scene. That was a deep sigh. Well, I must be leaving now. Yes, understood. See you later, Mr. Sholmes. Ha! You really are a shameless liar sometimes, my dear fellow. What? You seek to put me off my guard and follow me, don't you? Well, you would be wasting your time. The thought hasn't crossed my mind. But now I'm wondering where you're going. Well then, see you later, indeed. Listen to him. Oh shit. Listen to him. He's still laughing on his way out the door. What? Why does she have a such a fucking stupid ass Mickey Mouse hat? So stupid. Alright then, Runo, let's get going. Oh, Iris? What are you wearing? I've got change to go to the great exhibition. You're going to take me. What? But I was just about to go to the Supreme Court. Oh, well that sounds fun too. You're gonna take me there then. God. Alright, fine. Just lower that weapon, would you? Of course. And after the Supreme Court, then we'll go to see the great exhibition. Wow. Oh, why is Iris packing heat? It's the fart gun. Yeah. Alright. Ah, I love you, F-button. Oh my god. Oh my god, it plays itself. Nice bird. So is this guy's office like actually inside a clock tower, or is that just like how it looks like? It's been about 6 months now since I was last here. But some things never change, like the sense of foreboding I always seem to feel in this place. Wow. It doesn't seem to be bothering Iris at all, though. She's happily reading over there. She just sets up camp on the floor. Oh, I love this place. I always find so many interesting books here. Of course. I was forgetting that you've been here before. Before. The time we came here 6 months ago. Oh, flashback. When Susato-san was given the news that she was to return to Japan. Ah, oh shit. Nope, I got it right. Ah, I understand you wish to speak with me. Oh, Lord Strongheart, I trust you've been keeping well? What is my dog doing? Alright, hold on. He's going doggish right now. Let me go check on him. Alright, cool. I accidentally advanced it. Give me a bit. My dog is, sick with it right now. Very cool. Alright. Let's see here. Since you arrived and requested an audience, it's been for us or... Okay, cool. Yeah, no, he's like the time guy, the time sage. Oh my god, he's the time sage! Sure, I'll read this. Let's see. Since you've arrived and requested an audience, it's been 4 hours, 32 minutes, and 26 seconds. I've kept you waiting a while. My apologies. Oh, no, not at all. I like nothing more than standing around and staring into space. Good to know. Good to know that doesn't appear to bother him at all. Male Strongheart, Lord Chief Justice of London. He's the man who allowed me to start practicing as a defense lawyer when I arrived in Britain as a student. You need only savor the air for a moment in this grand office to understand his preeminent status. Yeah, my dog is just like morbing out right now. He doesn't like the neighbors. That's it. There's just neighbors minding their own business on the other side of the street, so my dog's just like, you know what? And he took it personally. As you will be aware, the Great Exhibition of London is now underway at last. We're extremely busy as a result, policing the grounds, guarding the new technologies, dealing with petty crime. And furthermore, as of next month, we shall open the International Forensic Science Symposium. Oh, I've not heard about that. Investigating authorities from 40 countries around the globe will be taking part, including from your own land. Forensic science is the future. The world must embrace it. As we're the hosting nation, I have much to do. And it is my highest priority. If others must wait for my attention as a result, so be it. Well, it's nice to know where I stand. So, you wish to consult with me? Of course, I can very well imagine what this is about. Thank you for agreeing to this meeting, my lord. I I want to be allowed to start working as a defense lawyer again in court. That's what brought me here today. But actually, there's something else playing on my mind as it happens. You know, just take a deep breath and come out with it. Heh F. Wow. I actually came here today to ask for your permission. Go on. 6 months ago, my right to work in court as a lawyer was revoked, and I was told to spend my time studying. Obviously, I'm very sorry for what happened, but the thing is, it made me understand what it really means to defend somebody under the rules of a foreign justice system, and I desperately want to have another go. So, please, permit me to enter the courtroom again. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? Here it comes. I'm sure you haven't forgotten your position here, have you? At best, you are a substitute for your compatriot. This was never your intended role. Well, that's true. The Japanese government actually sent my best friend on this study tour, not me. It should have been Kazuha. He was so determined to bring change to our own justice system at home. That was his calling. Oh, I guess we're flashbacking. Alright. Yeah, it's been 2 years. Okay, fair enough. If that tragic accident hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here in this office right now. Mr. Asogi was my best friend, you see. That's why I can't leave it unfinished. I have to fulfill this calling for him. His calling, you say? Has it never occurred to you that perhaps you know nothing of his true calling? Sorry? The mission with which that young law student was charged, what do you suppose it really was? What do you mean? Mission? He's not making any sense. Never mind. I've read all the reports you've submitted over the past 6 months. It's clear to me that you regret your actions and have been studiously obeying your revised instructions. Do you mean... As of this moment, I reinstate your license to practice law here in Great Britain. Yay! And then little confetti and fireworks. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's wonderful news, Runo. In fact, I believe I have the perfect case to mark your comeback. A curious affair. You'll consider it, I hope. Of course. Please, tell me more. F. You described it as a curious affair? Yes, that's right. I believe it was reported in the press. Are you aware that there was a serious accident at the Great Exhibition yesterday? Oh, no. Yes, I read about it. A professor from Germany tried to carry out a crazy experiment. Let me see. How is it described? Super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, I think. Instantaneous kinesis? As in, moving things with the click of the fingers. That's right. It's just what my herbal blends need. A dash of devil-may-care. Whatever the serious accident was exactly, it's clearly captured Iris's imagination. It's an unfortunate business. A large explosion engulfed the public experimentation stage and a man lost his life. A certain Mr. Odie Asman, an inventor and a well-known figure in society. A large explosion? A man died? The man responsible for the experiment was Professor Albert... What the fuck? Harebrain? Harebrain. Okay. Yeah, Albert Harebrain. Alright. So it's like Albert Einstein, but he's Harebrain. Okay, I got it. The man responsible for the experiment was Professor Albert Harebrain. He was detained immediately after the incident and is due to appear in court tomorrow on the charge of murder. What? Murder? If you intend to take on his defense, you should hurry to meet with him at the prison. There is very little time left for you to carry out any kind of investigation. The Great Exhibition. A scientific experiment gone wrong. And murder? I feel out of my depth before I've even started. Still. We should go to the prison straight away then, and try to meet with this German professor, don't you think? Definitely. Ah, yes. One more thing about the case. There's a connection with our mutual acquaintance, the Reaper. Oh, with Lord Van Zeeks? How? F. All sorts of conferences have been taking place around the world to coincide with the Great Exhibition. And next month, the largest and most important of them all will take place at last. Let me see. And yeah, I don't know what the joke about OD Assman is. OD Assman. OD. Yo, he's OD? That's crazy. The International Forensic Science Symposium. It does seem as though criminal investigation needs to embrace scientific methods, doesn't it? Exactly. Ah. London, the global epicenter of culture, science, and wealth, now has a population exceeding 6 million. Sadly, crime in the capital is growing at a similarly startling rate. So it's imperative that we use the latest scientific methods to investigate and resolve cases as efficiently as possible. Which is what's known as forensic science, isn't it? Exactly. The future of policing. Ah. Regrettably, however, Britain is certainly dragging its feet when it comes to the adoption of forensic methods. Oh dear, that's alarming. Exactly. It's extremely alarming. Ah. If I were Her Majesty's Attorney General, you can be sure the numbers of crimes committed and resolved in London would be very different to current figures. And I can cite 12 solid arguments and 223 individual reasons to support my claim. Sorry? By way of apology for keeping you waiting earlier, I shall detail every one now. What? Oh, how fascinating. It all began 15 years ago. I was, and then fade to nothingness. That's it. Maybe meant to be asinine? Odie Asman. Asman. It might be a reference to a real person. I don't know. He really just stood there for the whole thing. And that more or less sums up my feelings on the matter, in the simplest terms, of course. Essentially, to formally establish a forensic investigation division within Scotland Yard. That is my mission. Oh, right, yes, that's, wonderful. Exactly. Wonderful is precisely what it will be. Iris isn't paying attention at all. She's got her nose in another book now. Oh, is it over? Did you learn anything useful? I actually drifted off for the most part. He's surprisingly ardent about forensic science. Wow. Alright, F. We have the technology. Oh, present. Ain't no way. Dude, I would not have done this. Oh, that reminds me. Have you seen this? The reports of the overwhelming success of the great exhibition. Of course. No, not that. The story on the back page. What story? Oh, Odie Asman, Odious Man. Okay, that makes sense. The Reaper attacked. Ah, that. You've enjoyed some victories in court against my #1 prosecutor, have you not? Poor Mr. Reaper. What happened to him? He wasn't killed, was he? There's no need for concern. Lord Van Zieks would not be so easily dispatched, I assure you. Can you tell us what happened? I'd really love to know. Very well. If it interests you. It does, strangely. F. Wow. Fortunately, Lord Van Zieks emerged from the attack unscathed. Street ruffians are no match for that man. He's a very capable fighter. But that's incredible. They were armed with guns. Why was he attacked, though? Do we know? It's related to events that occurred a month ago. A leader of one of the capital's criminal organizations was indicted and prosecuted by Van Zieks. But the man was acquitted. I've no doubt large sums of money were involved behind the scenes. Large sums of money? A deplorable situation. Members of the jury were bribed, it seems. However, despite winning his freedom, the man in question made a dramatic end yesterday. But you're not suggesting that it was the work of the Reaper, surely? The victim's henchmen certainly seemed to think so. He was a man by the name of Asman, Mr. Odie Asman. Did you say Asman? That's the man who died in the big explosion at the Great Exhibition. Yes, known publicly as an investor, but in reality, the head of a significant criminal organization. Unbelievable. I wonder, could I ask you something, Lord Strongheart? Try me. Why do you use Lord Van Zieks as a prosecutor? All the criminals who manage to get off in court then meet with mysterious ends outside the courtroom, and fearful of that fate, they seek to strike at Lord Van Zieks first. I know there's no evidence that he actually is a Reaper in that sense, but still, something's clearly going on here. I have Van Zieks work for the prosecution service for 2 reasons. Firstly, the man is the best prosecutor in the capital, bar none. And secondly, any deaths of criminals that have occurred outside the courtroom following his trials are nothing to do with him. But that doesn't make any sense. How can you explain the way so many have died if not by someone's hand? Van Zieks may have earned himself the moniker of the Reaper, but he is no killer. So, he will continue to prosecute on behalf of the Crown. Unless he wishes otherwise, of course. Well, I must be leaving for my next engagement. I'm already 11 hours and 16 minutes late. My colleagues might be starting to fidget. 11 hours late? That's quite something. That meeting had already started when I arrived back here for this engagement with you. So, lateness was inevitable. Time stops for no man. I'm sure it stopped for me during those 12 solid arguments and 223 reasons. Oh, yes. Where would I find Lord Van Zieks now? I would assume he's at his office. Right. I'll go and ask him about the attack in person. I want to get this straight from the horse's mouth. Away with you now. I'm leaving Professor Harebrain's defense entirely in your hands. Of course, yes. Thank you very much, my lord. F. Technology. I guess we're going straight to Van Zeek's. I like how they don't tell you the time of day because they don't want to explain how long the 12 arguments and 223 reasons could be. Let me drop the save. Wow. Ooh, so this is a legendary Reaper's office? Yes, it appears so. Ugh. It sends a chill down your spine, doesn't it? What an amazingly deathly atmosphere. Oh, is that... That hooded figure was so still, I hadn't noticed his or her presence. I wonder who it is. What are you doing here? He's as unwelcoming as I thought he'd be. Actually, maybe even more so. Oh, I'm glad to see you're well. And yeah, fucking Van Zeek's like just stands up, bro. I am. Oh, I never understood how to do Van Zeek's voice. I never got it in school. So, who's the person over by the wall being punished for something or other? No punishment is... Oh, shit. I don't know how to do it. No punishment is taking place here. Oh. That's my apprentice. And he's sitting there of his own free will. I didn't know you had an apprentice. It must be the same person who was pictured in the newspaper. He's very able in combat, a requisite skill for anyone under my tutelage. Are you referring to the attack on the Reaper that was reported in the papers? The Reaper? I'd be interested to know the Reaper's true identity myself. Assuming, that is, such a fabled fiend that genuinely inhabits our great courtrooms. F. Well, just show him the newspaper. Lord Van Zeeks, about the article in this paper. Ah, yes. It seems there was a reporter nearby when that little skirmish took place. Yeah, a more serious version of Miles, but more British. I don't know how to do that. I had no idea I'd been photographed. He was careless of me. It looks as though it was taken after the people who attacked you had run away, though. Rest assured, the police have already apprehended every last one of them. But there's someone else fighting alongside you, it seems. And I think it's the same man who's sitting over there as we speak, isn't it? No matter what voice you make, it'll be nothing like his canon voice. Yeah, no, like when he fucking rips out the objection, I'm like, bro, this ain't no fucking way. I'm not shredding my vocal cords for that one. Like, it's so growly, dude. It's crazy. As I mentioned already, he's my apprentice. Perhaps you could tell us a little more about him? He's in my tutelage to become a prosecutor. So, you could say he's my apprentice, I suppose. Ah, like you are to Hurley then, Runo. I don't remember taking an apprenticeship with a great detective. He's currently compiling a report about last night's attack. Oh shit. It looks like he's wearing some kind of mask? On Lord Strongheart's orders. Nobody knows the man's face, or indeed his identity. But why would you agree to take on such a clearly suspicious individual? Lord Strongheart's orders, again. He's not one for meaningless follies. There will be a great reason for his actions. I hope you're right. Oh my god. What, is this supposed to be fucking Eggy Man? Mr. Eggs Benedens? Ah. The task is complete? Good. In that case, you can collate all the briefs. Nice to meet you? Back to work again. That was really strange, though. I've never met the man before. I didn't even know he existed. And yet, somehow, it didn't feel like our first encounter. Alright, you know what? Before the great reveal, before we get any more hints, I'm just gonna lock in my answer. Is it Eggs Benedict? It's gotta be fucking Eggman. Mr. Benedict. The only reasoning for it is he looks vaguely white man, and he kinda has the suit. Kind of. And that's literally it. Don't bother trying to converse with him. He says nothing to anybody else from outside this office. Lord Strongheart has strictly forbidden it. I cannot speak today. Oh, I see. Why are you so interested in my apprentice anyway? Hmm? Oh, no, I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to. Fucking ex-Benedict from the hit game Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. Yeah. The way he stood there so casually, yet with that flawless posture. Posture check. Oh, my bones. It couldn't be. What do you mean by what you said before? If you'd like to know the Reaper's true identity, does that mean... I'm a crown prosecutor and a mortal like any other. I'm no demigod. But they've all died, haven't they? The people you've prosecuted, I mean. Whether or not the trial ended in a conviction or an acquittal. Those I prosecute are the vilest wretches of our society. People who, without question, deserve to be found guilty. The world is a better place without them. But that's not true of Mr. Natsume, for example. He wasn't a vile wretch at all. Nor was Ginny. In fact, she's ever so hardworking now. I can't deny that since I encountered you, things have taken a turn. But the point is this. If any of those vile wretches that escaped justice subsequently died in mysterious circumstances, it was at the hand of their own kind. It's not my work. Lord Strongheart said the same. He believes you're not involved in any way. But you were attacked by those ruffians because they believe it's true. The fact is, ever since people started to call me the Reaper of the Bailey, the number of serious crimes in the capital has dropped substantially. Oh. It would appear that even the most hardened criminals can be made fearful for their lives. Do you mean to say... I mean to say that if my pseudonym serves a useful purpose, I adopt it gladly and with honor. But it's putting you in danger. You could be killed. If that is my fate, let God decide. Lord Van Zeeks. Lord Strongheart said that the assault last night was some sort of revenge attack? True. Carried out by henchmen of Odi Asman's criminal organization. The investigation meant their arrests were imminent. Presumably, some hoped to kill me before that happened. Odi Asman. He's always masqueraded as one of London's most powerful financiers, a global investor, but his enormous wealth came to him by underhand means, via his criminal activities. And he used that money to buy himself a verdict of not guilty when he found himself in court, didn't he? Being prosecuted by you, Mr. Reaper. But the man got his comeuppance in the end. Yesterday, in fact, in extraordinary circumstances, it was a most unusual cause of death. I know about that. It was super high voltage instant kinesis gone wrong. Mr. Asman died when the demonstration on the public experimentation stage ended in an enormous explosion. Correct. And you think I have some kind of divine ability to cause an accident like that to happen, do you? Well, no, that does seem a little far-fetched. If this man really is the fabled Reaper, then he has to be innocent of this particular death at least. It's strange how this has worked out, isn't it, Runo? I mean, what with you taking on the Professor's defense for the trial tomorrow? What? You're going to be defending him? Oh, yes, that's right. Though I barely know the man's name yet, to be honest. Albert. Albert Harebrain. That's right. Do you know him by any chance? Of course. He's a contemporary of mine. We were at university together. Your... what? Wow! I understood that Professor Harebrain was from Germany, though. Harebrain's from a respectable British family. After graduating from the University of London, he moved to Germany to carry out research, that's all. So, you were students together. I was in the Faculty of Law, of course, and he in Science, so our paths rarely crossed. But, curiously, we got along, though I've not met him since my university days. I certainly didn't expect our next encounter to take this form, and with you, of all people, representing him. Ugh, only if I make it out of this office alive. He's actually been charged with murder, it seems. Yes, I know, because the prosecution will be handled by me. By you? But you made it sound as if you and the professor had been friends. We are friends, it's true. Then why would you do this? If the Reaper is the prosecutor, there's nothing anyone can do to save him. He's doomed. Ow. What's Lord Van Zeeks thinking? Van Zeek's friend allegations? It's fucking stupid. Ah, yes. There's something I've been meaning to ask you. Oh? What's that? That Nipponese man, is he faring well? Sorry? The one arrested twice in succession 6 months ago, with the stoop, and the mustache, and the jitters. Ah, Mr. Natsume, you mean? I'm not sure he'd be very pleased to find out you identified him from that list, Reno. He's fine, thank you. In fact, I received a letter from him by international post only the other day. I see. Well, I think we can end our discussion there, don't you? There's little time left before tomorrow's trial. I advise you to spend it investigating the case. Yes, thank you for the advice, and for the conversation. I can't believe he's asking after Soseki-san, after Nipponese. I'm not sure whether to feel happy about that or worried. I never imagined that Mr. Reaper would be friends with a mad scientist, did you? That's a turn up for the books. A mad scientist? Ah, you mean Professor Harebrain? Yes, it might be worth quizzing the professor about his relationship with Lord Van Zieks, I think. F. Goodbye. I love how instead of making Van Zieks another classic Ace Attorney prosecutor with a perfect record, they make him interesting by powering up his reputation in a brand new way. Instead of never losing, he just fucking yoinky splinky. The warden said cell 11. That's this one. Oh, there's someone curled up in a ball in the back corner. Look. What's his name again? Professor Albert Harebrain, was it? Excuse me. Professor Harebrain. This dude. Who are you? I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a lawyer! Was it something I said? A lawyer, you say? Would you be here, about the experiment? Or you go... Bro, if I'm dealing with a fucking Soseki 2 quirky ass motherfucker, I'm about done with this game. I don't have it in me, man. Holy shit. I can only read for so long. My god. I need some water. Why's it got like the pretty boy anime eyes? Your hypothesis. Yesterday's demonstration! That demonstration was... That magnificent demonstration was... It was an out-and-out success, by anyone's calculations. But despite that, no one listens. No lawyer believes in the science. Yet, when it's explained, they all leave at high velocity. Now's probably not a good time to mention that your zeal made my concentration leave for a while too. Ah, what a quirky motherfucker. You mentioned a demonstration yesterday. The papers have called it a spectacular failure. After all, a man died in the explosion, didn't he? Ah. Yes, you could interpret the results that way if you really wanted to. Well, I suppose in the strictest sense, the experiment was a failure, but at the same time, it was a great success. You've lost me. I saw it with my own eyes, right there in front of me. Mr. Assman was spontaneously disassembled. Until then, everything was going exactly as my calculations had predicted. At that point, he should have been beamed to the Crystal Tower by instantaneous kinesis. However, the machine exploded and Mr. Asman, in fact, perished? Yes. I can't deny that part of the experiment was a failure. So, what you're really saying is the large explosion that killed Mr. Asman was an accident, correct? But the bigwigs had you arrested on suspicion of murder. I was responsible for a man's death. That is the immutable truth here, and for that I wish to be punished at once. But murder? Never in a million years! It was an accident, simply an accident. I see. Hurley and I were talking this morning, you know. He said the situation would change completely depending on whether it's treated as an accident or murder. Why the fuck does Iris have like the deadpan stare into the camera tutorial face right now? What the hell is this? Well, if it really was an accident, then the professor's machine would be kept in protective custody. On what grounds? Ah, yes! It's newly established here in Britain. The special The Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. That one passed me by. But if the case is treated as murder, then you'll say my machine... Oh, shit. Then you'll say my machine was the murder weapon, and they'll be able to pore over it as much as they like. If they examine it in detail, they'll find out how it's made, and then they'll be able to copy my idea. My precious hypothesis will be stolen. The machine must be protected from that at all costs. That's why it's imperative this whole incident is shown to have been an accident in tomorrow's trial. Ah, I see now. Iris is not a kid. No kid talks or acts like that. She's just a short... She's just a fucking womanlet. Yeah, Iris is just like... fucking there, honestly. She's there. So, in short, there's a terrible accident at the Great Exhibition Showground yesterday. Yes! Or rather, no, the devil is in the details. Strictly speaking, there was a terrible explosion. Sounds the same to me. You were demonstrating super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, weren't you? How fascinating. Humans, like all matter, are made up of particles that are held together by electrical bonds. So it must be possible using a sufficiently high voltage to break those bonds and beam the particles to space. That's it in a nutshell. That's my idea, you see? That's my amazing hypothesis! Gosh, that's unmistakably high-level science. Or unimaginably, shit, whatever. Oh, but dare to imagine it! Dare to dream of such incredible technology! Just think! One moment I could be here in the cell, and the next, I could be at the Great Exhibition again! Well, yes, that would be incredible. And the next, in a mere blink of an eye, I could be at a great Parisian theater, say. The possibilities are endless. The whole of our vast planet would be within reach. So, no more hiding in wardrobes on rocky seas for 50 days. Hiding in wardrobes on rocky seas for 50 days. What the hell kind of reference is that? I don't really see it like that. What do you mean, Iris? Well, if you could travel anywhere in the world instantly, the planet wouldn't really seem vast anymore, would it? I think it would feel like it had shrunk. My word! That's exactly right! What are the implications? What does this mean? Oh, well. Oops, that's got Professor Bunnybrain really worried by the look of it. Clearly, this is yet another case of just just because you can doesn't mean you should, I suppose. The point is, my calculations are flawless. The science works. But without a practical demonstration, it means nothing. And that's always the fly in the ointment. Because practical demonstrations cost a lot of money. Money that the young scientists like you don't have. Exactly it, yes. Hurley's always complaining about it. He says the government should invest more in science. Well, anyway, I bumped into him at the right time. I met the well-known investor, Mr. Assman. The victim who died in yesterday's terrible accident, you mean? Ah, there's so many text boxes! I am not able to talk this long. The full name of the man who died in yesterday's accident was Mr. Odie Assman. Is that correct? Or wasn't it? Whatever. I need water. Reading is hard. Oh my god. And the reference thing was, it was case 2 game 1 where Ryunosuke was stowed away in the closet. Oh, okay. Wet your throat with cooking oil. Yes. Let me just down like 2 shot glasses of just oil. Of course. What exactly was your relationship with the man? He first visited me in my laboratory in Germany a year ago now. He said he wanted to invest in my immaculate hypothesis. I thanked my lucky stars. I see. So you hadn't really known each other until then. Money for scientific research. I'm so envious. As far as I was concerned, the man was an angel. Oh, really? An archangel, even. He was prepared to fund a practical demonstration of my hypothesis for presentation at the Great Exhibition. And if that went well, I could expect additional financial support from my research from the British government. Mr. Assman provided me with money and an exceptional engineer. He produced a machine to my precise specifications. But then, your dreams were blown to dust in one enormous explosion. As you can see, I owed everything to Mr. Assman. I would never, ever have thought of taking the man's life. Well, he seems genuine enough. I don't think he's lying. F. I understand Lord Van Zeeks is a friend of yours from your university days? Yes, that's right. He was studying law whilst I was studying science. What was he like back then? A good question. Unassuming, gentlemanly, and all around nice fellow, really. Sorry, I think you misheard me. I'm talking about the cold-hearted, merciless prosecutor, Barrick Van Zeeks. What was he like when he was at the university? Talk about a leading question, Runo. As I said, an unassuming and extremely pleasant gentleman. After all, he is the little darling of the Van Zeeks family, with all its great aristocratic origins. I didn't realize he had such noble blood. Little darling? It was a bit of a shock when I came back to Britain and learned what he'd become. The Reaper of the Bailey, no less. Yes, that's right. I did hear, though, that there was a very big event in his life that completely changed him after graduation. Really? What sort of event? Ah. I'm sorry, but I don't know anymore. I wasn't in the country at the time. I was in Germany already. Oh, Yes, of course. If he's heard all about the Reaper, I really don't have the heart to tell him that Lord Van Zeeks will be the prosecutor in court tomorrow. Twip. And yeah, no username. Yeah, no username answered the question pretty well, Mub. Like, yeah, a leading question is just, a question that is, like, deliberately designed to, get a specific type of answer. So, when he said, when he asked about Van Zeeks, he got an answer that he was nice, and then he re-asked it saying, no, I'm talking about the cold-hearted, merciless Van Zeeks. Like, because he was expecting that answer instead. And, he wanted a leading question. Yeah. So, Professor, let me just make absolutely sure I've understood you properly. The huge explosion that occurred yesterday, that was an accident, you're saying? You had no intent to harm the victim, who was, in fact, the sole investor in your work. Is that correct? As correct as 2 squared is 4, I swear it. Yes, it's true that the man perished in a machine of my invention, so I know that I'm far from blameless in this. But still, I would never use my discoveries, my inventions, to take a person's life, not in a centillion years. I'm a man of science, it's all I know. You have to believe me, please. Do you believe me? Do you believe in my hypothesis? Science is the pursuit of truth, you know. I've always believed that, all my life. I'm afraid I don't know much about science, or your theories, but I do believe you, and I will fight to prove your innocence with all my might. I'm a man of the law. It's all I know. You have to believe me, please. When I went to live in Germany after I graduated, I learned something very important. Nationality, class, lineage, none of that matters. As long as you try your hardest, you can achieve anything. Thank you for that, Professor. And thank you in advance for defending me tomorrow in court. Wow. Corny-ass Ryunosuke repeating what Harebrained said to sound more emotional. So true. And yeah, like, leading questions are fairly common when it just comes to trying to fish for an answer out of someone. So yeah, I don't know about, like, real-life detective work, but, like, in fictional detective work, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, that's it, like, fictional detective work, just trying to get people to slip up, so you just throw a bunch of leading questions at them to, get them to implicitly admit to some shit. I don't know. Where are we going? The Great Exhibition? The Great Exhibition. Yes, I suppose that's true. Time to investigate. Wow. I'm a lawyer. I'm not, like, a detective or anything. Why do I have to do my own investigations? Why can't, like, why can't someone just throw evidence at me? Alright. Talking about this scene, I kind of wish Harebrained didn't come off so strong at the start. Because he's, the more you talk to him, he sounds less like a psycho and just an extremely passionate scientist. Yeah, he came off as a fucking psycho at the start, like, he really came off as Soseki too, and I'm so fucking sick of that guy, like, holy shit. Character gimmicks go crazy. And don't worry, Iris isn't holding a weapon. It's just a fart gun. It's just really stinky. Alright, F. Goodbye. Wow. Ugh. The showgrounds were a little too big for my liking. We've been walking around in dense crowds for 2 hours now, and I felt myself swooning 3 times. There are a lot of people, aren't there? I've almost been trodden on 3 times too. Be careful, won't you, Iris? Don't let go of my hand. We finally made it through the throngs, though, by the look of it. Here we are, underneath the public experimentation stage where the explosion happened yesterday. E, ooh, ooh. What's that? I can hear voices from up on the stage. It sounds like an argument. Ah. God fucking damn it, more voices. I don't know if I have it in me, man. Ah. But yeah, the game is really pretty. Like, for sure. It is a very pretty game. Character models, environments, all of it. Super, super nice looking. Hello, dog. Alright, my dog is staring at me again. You know what? I need a break. I need a break. Yeah, it's been like an hour and a half-ish. Give me like, I don't know, 5 minutes. I'm gonna go to the restroom, steer out my dog, refill my water. And yeah, fucking Luigi and Nia. Yeah. Fucking Luigi and Nia, man. Dude. Oh, this shit's tough. Intermission time. You know, if I had an intermission screen, that'd be so fucking great right now. I don't. I don't have an intermission screen. Yeah. Let me go to the restroom. Alright, my dog is still morbing out, and it is hot as hell in this room. Greetings, gamers. Where do I say? Gotta pad my playtime for real. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm kind of fucking losing it right now. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hello. Yeah. I'm kind of fucking losing it right now. So, I'll get to, like, the start of the investigation, and then I think I'll call it there. Because yeah, no, I can definitely feel my fucking, my throat starting to go, so. Rutro Raggy. Oh, fucking Christ. Luigi and Nia. Very cool. 999 after? Probably, yeah. Yeah. You know, assuming my dog, like, stops morbing out. Whatever the hell he's doing. Fucking Luigi and Nia. This is horrible. Alright. Right. I've had it with you this time. I'm warning you. I'll arrest you in a minute. Oh, yeah? Go on, then. Spectre, give it a shot. You ain't got no evidence and you know it. I tried. Wait, I know those voices. You've got a cheeky little mouth on you, young lady, but a night in the cells will teach you some manners. Just try it, I dare ya. If you want that bag of chips rammed down your throat. Yoo-hoo. Shit, I'll do it. Yoo-hoo! Gregsy, what are you doing up there? Holy shit, I'm losing it. Big oof indeed. Ah! Ah! Amazing. It's you! Here, in the... No. I don't know what he said. You're... That's right, he's fucking simping over a 10-year-old child. How are you, your ladyship? I hope you're doing well, your ladyship. Does that make her 3 times a lady? Oh my god, that's a song reference. I know that reference. I'm not well at all. It's far too busy everywhere. I wanted to ride in a balloon, but there was a 3-hour queue. Okay, I've completely missed it. Unbelievable. I'll go and have a word for you at once, your ladyship. You'll be flying high as a kite in no time once I pull some strings for you. Tobias Gregson, an inspector at Scotland Yard. Until recently, he was suspended from duty, but it would appear he's back in action now. He's actually quite well known, appearing as he does in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. And for that reason, he can't say a word wrong to the story's author, Iris. But there are limits, surely. Or there should be. Watch it, sunshine. Sorry. What gives then? Don't tell me you're on this case. Yes, I'm acting for the defense. So we're here to investigate. Dear me. That's the situation, is it? Is it really that troubling? A measly 5 bob? Is that all you got? Oh god, it's fucking shit. You're a lawyer, ain't you? You can stand to carry a bit more copper in your pockets, Mr. Naruto. What? Hey, that's the last bit of my spending money, that is. What? How British are you, girl? You can have it back, but I'll have to charge you for all the bother. 3 bob. This is Gina Lestrade, a pickpocket, or diver, born and bred in the East End of London. In the case that led to my own suspension 6 months ago, this is a young girl I was defending in court. What's your problem, eh, Odo? Diver, pocket, what's with all the name-calling? You want to give a bag of chips rammed down your throat and all, do ya? I thought you were proud to be a diver, Gina. You were just arguing Inspector Gregson about it, weren't you? I assumed you've been up to your usual tricks here at the showground. That ain't no way to talk to a lady, Odo. Half a year's a long time. People can change. I'm an apprentice now, learning to be a Scotland Yard detective. So you'll have to call me what everyone else does. It's Inspector Lestrade now. Wow. Inspector? That badge is homemade, surely. The inspector part isn't exactly accurate. No one calls her that. For what it's worth, anyway. Investigating's off the cards for all of us. What's that supposed to mean? And yeah, fucking Gina's not British. She's British. Inspector Lestrade is the character in the Sherlock Holmes stories. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's a reference of a reference. Reference. Alright. Well, I'll be back up top. You hold the fort down here, alright? Alright. Sir. This raises a lot of questions. Wow. I am not going to ask any of them. I'm out of it, bro. Yep. That's it. Yeah, no, my throat's going. I can't do this shit anymore. This is pretty much where the investigation starts. Yeah, I can tell. Alright. I mean, I'm just gonna story mode it through it anyway, but like, yeah, no, these characters, these last few characters have been a little bit too quirky for me, so my voice is fucking shot. Already saved. Alright. But yeah. Thanks for joining the stream. So far, I don't hate all the characters. Maybe except the scientist. The scientist is a bit fucking sus, but I mean, like, you know. He's clearly not Soseki, I hope. So, we'll see. Hopefully this isn't dog shit. But yeah. Thanks for joining the stream. Have a good night, day, whatever the hell it is. Goodbye.